Hello and welcome to DayZ, patch 1.8. Now this is a pretty big patch and I actually haven't played the game for a while, so forgive me if I say stuff that's been in previous patches because I haven't realized, but this is by far the biggest patch that they've added to the game so far, and it's given the most, the biggest changes and biggest additions. So the first one in is that you can obviously tell that they've reworked the your status gauges in the bottom right hand corner. You still got the same ones. You've got your water, food, blood, temperature, and then a little bit up there it's kind of invisible. See if I can get my weapon out there to make it a bit more obvious. And then you've got your sight and hearing like you did before, and it's got this cool little art style that he's done for it all. And they do move, like the gauges deplete as they go down, except for the temperature that just changes from red to blue if you're getting colder. So yeah, it's really that's really awesome the way he's done that. Like, it's a really good art style. So that's the first change that you see. The second major change is the inventory system. He's completely reworked the inventory system, and it just looks great. So you've got your backpack, your main weapon, carrying. Haven't fiddled around with that, but I'm assuming I've seen crates around in the game, so I'm assuming you can actually carry crates and place them and kind of like have your own little storage type of setup instead of just using tents. But I'll have to look into that more. You also got, this is the gear that you can carry. That's your secondary weapon. You got your binoculars, night vision goggles, your gear, and then you got your usual thing. It also has little descriptions for everything, which is in this nice little format. Kind of looks like a little notebook, which is really awesome. But the best thing is the bag. I've only got a crappy little assault pack at the moment, but I'll still show you what makes it awesome. Hear that? That's the unzipping sound. And at the moment I've only got 2 cans, morphine, painkillers, just the basic survival gear. And yeah, he's just added in that zipping and unzipping sound. That just completes it. That's just great. It's like a really polished system that he's added to this game, and it really shows what we can expect from the standalone DayZ. And given that this is pretty much like an alpha for the standalone, and yeah, it's really great what he's done. So yeah, from what you can see, it's just so much easier. From what I've been using, you can never go back to what it was before. It's just so fluid and just visually pretty pleasing, easy to use, and it doesn't bug out like it did with the old thing. Another addition to the game, which I can't show you unless I kill myself, is spawning areas. There's now 7 different spawning areas that you can choose from. So instead of just spawning randomly, you can actually choose where you want to go. Though it isn't very specific, you can still be kind of in that area. You're not exactly you're not going to be dead on that spot. For example, if you wanted to go to, say, Electro, you're not going to spawn in the city center. You could spawn maybe a town out, or about 5 minutes walking distance, but you'll still be in that area instead of all the way on the other side. So if you kind of get killed in the cities, you don't really have to walk as long to get back, which is a great addition. Then there's crafting, which is another amazing addition, which I haven't actually played around with at the moment. I have seen all the crafting gear that they have in the game. I actually don't think I have any on me at the moment, but there's stuff like toilet paper, nails, sanitary wipes, what else is there? Rags, all sorts of these new additions. I'm not too sure if toilet paper actually has an actual use, it gives you health if you use it, but I'm assuming that it is an actual crafting thing, because it's new and it's come in with the crafting. So there's all sorts of little gizmos that you can apparently combine together, and the rumors from what I've heard with crafting is that you can make you can get a bat and put nails on it, so you got a spiked bat which does more damage. You can also apparently make chloroform rags. And I've also heard rumors that you can actually make Molotovs with empty bottle, some fuel, and a rag as well. So I really look forward to learning more about that, and I'll definitely have a video for crafting and show it how it's all done. Another addition that they've added is fishing. There's now fishing poles in the game, which basically you just go to the ocean, chuck it in, It's kind of like it's a similar fishing mechanic to other games like say World of Warcraft and say RuneScape. That I think RuneScape is and World of Warcraft is the only two games that I've actually bothered fishing in. And yeah, it's just basically if you're low on food, you can use that to catch fish, cook them up, and you can get your health back. So it's a renewable food source, I guess, by having a fishing pole and like wood and fire. So there's also a few fish that you can get. From what I know, there's trout and salmon and a few others, and each one actually gives different amounts of food, kind of like how chicken, goat, and beef, they give different amounts of life and blood when you eat them. So yeah, you got to be. So I'll have another video as well for fishing, and I also have a third video for tent placement. They've reworked the way tents are placed in this game. I'm actually not too sure if that is in the 1.8 patch or it came out in one before, because I actually haven't played this for a while. But I did place a tent today, and I've noticed that it's completely redone. So the way the thing works now is you get out your tent, you kind of like before, say like that's your tent, you right click on it, click place tent, and then you'll kind of get like this option where the tent will appear in front of you, but you can actually move where you want to place it, and it moves with you. You can also use Q and E to rotate it, so you can get the exact placement what you want, and then you just basically just click, and it'll just place it right there on the ground. And another thing is that if you place it in a tree, it will cancel, but you can also, by doing this, you can actually get it as close to the tree as possible, or get it in that perfect hiding position instead of all that fiddly stuff we had to do before with it. So yeah, it's just really great what they've done with this patch. It's amazing, all the stuff. Like, I really love the sound of this unzipping sound, and it's just so fluid to get into your backpack. Although sometimes when you first open it, you might have noticed that you do have to click on it sometimes for that to work. Apart from that, that's like the only problem I've seen with this. I really reckon it's great what they've done with the gear system. So it's great. I don't think they need to really do anything more with it. I think it's like a finished, a very polished product. So yeah, stay tuned for those 3 videos of crafting, fishing, and tent placement. I'll have those out soon. And so yeah, this has been patch 1.8. And if you've liked this, be sure to stay tuned for more.